Hey guys, welcome back to the next installment in showing you the calculators. We're going to be looking at the offset calculator, how much that actually affects repayments, how much interest you can save. All right, so first just start from wherever, homeloanvillage.com.au. All right, so here we are on the first screen that you come to. Click on calculators. This will bring you down to the calculator page. And down the left here, we go to the offset calculator, which is right here. So home loan offset calculator. All right, so a couple of things in regards to it. It essentially will tell you, two things it will tell you, what your monthly repayments are for the loan, and that's not going to change regardless of how much is in the offset account balance. I've got another video on that, how with principal and interest repayments, your payments stay the same regardless how much you've got in redraw or offset, so check out that video. In terms of interest saved, that's the big one we're looking at there. So that's interest over the entirety of the loan. Okay, so if you look up here, loan amount, so we assume what we've already got in the calculator as a default 400,000, interest rate 5.5, which is fairly high at the moment. Maybe when you're watching this, maybe it's back up at that sort of region. Loan term of 30 years, pretty standard. Repayments monthly, pretty standard. All right, and so what we can see here is the offset account balance. So 20,000. Now, what does that mean? Offset account balance. So when's it 20,000? This basically means an average of 20,000. So essentially, you guys over time, it might go down to sort of 18. You get paid and it goes back up to 22. You spend. Get paid, goes back up to say 22 or 23. Obviously, it's pretty hard to say I'm going to have this much in the offset account for the next 30 years because that's essentially what it's how it's working out how much you save in entirety. But it is good to know. Okay, well this is the long-term power of it. All right, so let's just play with a few of those numbers. So let's put in 4% now. Now this is the interest save is going to decrease quite dramatically because we're not offsetting as much interest because the interest rate is lower. So in that example now, we're saving over the course of 30 years, 42,000. Now, some people might have, they might be kind of going day to day, not having that much in their savings. I mean, far too many people are like that. I would say if that's you, if your offset account balance or your account balances are always kind of around the $1,000 mark, you're probably not going to save that much interest overall. So over the course of 30 years, if your offset account balances average 1,000, interest saved just over 2,000. It's probably whatever loan you're in that's got the offset account attached, it's probably costing you more than $2,000 and a bit over the course of 30 years, potentially. Obviously, I can't say categorically that, but this is certainly one thing that you want to weigh up. Do you really need an offset account? Could you just be using a redraw account? I've got another video on that. It's named pretty well, difference between offset and redraw, so have a look at that if you need to. Let's have another little play. Okay, let's say for a lot of people that I speak to, often it's around 5,000. It's kind of the average that they have in their account. So over 30 years, they'll save $11,500 there. So is that enough? Is there a cheaper loan option where there is no offset that would actually save you even more? That's obviously something you have to weigh up. Depends on your personal circumstances, that sort of thing. Majority of loans have a redraw anyway, and would that actually be perfectly fine for you to use? If we increase the loan amount, let's say $1 million loan, which is obviously a bit crazy to think about, but $1 million loan at 4%, 5,000 off average in the offset account, then it's going to save you the same amount of interest. So the reason why that occurs is because you're saving interest of that amount there. If that amount doesn't change, so the offset account balance doesn't change, you're not saving any more. It doesn't matter what the actual loan balance is. But if your offset account balance is averaged 50,000, then you're going to save a fair chunk over the course of the loan. So I hope that was really easy to understand. Have a bit of a play around it. You know how to get to it now. And best of luck if you need any help with anything or questions on any of the calculators, anything else, obviously hit me up and I'll, otherwise chat to you soon. Thanks guys. Bye.